people have asked me, Katie, how do you celebrate Halloween during a global pandemic? I'm like, great question, Nancy. Let me tell you, I actually have a notebook full of ideas for that. I've come up with 8 ways you can celebrate Halloween during quarantine. I got you, boo. Get it? It's like a Halloween joke, like ghost, boo, woo, you know. I'm going to start with the most Halloween thing to do, which is tasting candy. How are you getting your candy supply October 31st? One way you can get your candy supply is by going to your local store, picking up a bag of your favorite candy, and then being really aesthetically pleasing with it. Take off all those wrappers, put it in little bowls, or put it in your Halloween trick-or-treat bag and eat it. Taste test it, celebrate this amazing holiday with all the sweets you can, because that's honestly what Halloween, it's scary, but it's also full of sweets. So indulge in all of that candy, because honestly, it's gonna make you really happy, and candy is amazing. So another great way to celebrate Halloween that you can actually do October 31st is ghosting. Basically, just get a bag, put whatever candy you like. It could be other things such as stickers, pencils, any type of Halloween themed good, put it in there, and then you're gonna want to leave a note that says, "Hi neighbor, I hope you have a great Halloween. Pass this on to your other friends and neighbors. Love, your fellow ghost." So they know that they can create another goodie bag to pass on to keep up the good spirit of Halloween. This is a fun way of going trick-or-treating without actually touching anything. No doorknobs, no doorbells, nothing. So it's gonna be a lot more friendly, and it's still a really fun way of celebrating Halloween. So maybe you're used to having Halloween parties during this time of year, but that's a little bit harder during a global pandemic, you know. So a fun way of doing that is by having it on Zoom. You can always create an invoice, add the Zoom link, the Zoom password, if you want it to be a costume party or not, and when it is, send it to everybody that you like, and then boom, on that day, everybody can be there via Zoom wearing their amazing costume or wearing something spooky, and you all can have fun. You can bring a beverage of your choice or a snack, and it's just a fun way of hanging out with your friends and family, and by celebrating the fun spooky season. Another go-to Halloween celebration is your typical carving pumpkins. Grab a pumpkin from some type of store, get a knife, carve it out. It's fun. Make a quirky design. Look up your favorite meme, pick something random on the internet, and try to go for it. If you're not at all artsy or creative, just pick something that seems somewhat hard just so you have a lot of fun with it, because you're gonna laugh along the way. If you do live with roommates, friends, or your family, this is another great thing to do with them. It's fun to hang out and to do this seasonal thing. So I definitely recommend to carve some jack-o'-lanterns. This time is time for spooky season. So it's time to watch all of your favorite Halloween movies and or horror movies. I personally cannot handle horror movies, or I will literally have nightmares for like a year, so I avoid them at all costs. But if you can, do that. So what I did is I used Netflix Party. Basically, it's an attachment to your Netflix account where you can chat and watch movies, shows with your friends and family. So what I did is I watched The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina with a friend. We ended up FaceTiming and chatting while watching it. If you don't want to FaceTime, you just have that chat feature, but you can also Skype, Zoom, FaceTime them on top of it if you want to see their reactions. This is a great way of watching those spooky movies together without actually tangibly being next to them. So definitely use this. It's a great tool, and if you don't have Netflix, you can also get it for Disney Plus, Hulu, HBO, other streaming services. Like I said in the very beginning, Halloween is the time to get all of your sugar cravings met. So another fun thing to do is to bake fall goodies. Time to go out, be a chef, be a baker, and do something you've never done before. Perhaps you've never made a homemade apple pie. Now is the fun time to celebrate Halloween and autumn by doing that. I say look up a favorite recipe online, get those ingredients, and have fun doing that yourself and indulge in that treat later. If you live with other people, this is a great time to hang out with them and celebrate the season. Me and my mom ended up making pumpkin bars, but it ended up being more like a cake, but it was really good, very autumnal, highly recommend. So the 7th thing you can do to celebrate Halloween, and this one was so fun to do, I highly recommend it, is to have a FaceTime costume challenge. Basically, the concept of this is you're either going to FaceTime, Skype, Zoom, a person of your choice, and have a costume challenge. The point of it is to see how many costumes you can put together out of your normal wardrobe. So me and my friend, we each got 5 minutes to go through our dresser and closet and take our normal clothes and turn them into a costume. We ended up coming up with so many different ideas. I did a leopard, I did a sorority girl, I did Blair Waldorf. My friend ended up doing a motorcyclist, Arthur from PBS, all these different types of costumes. This is such a fun way of seeing what you have in your closet that can become a costume. So my friend and I, we ended up each coming up with 6 costumes. We tied on that, so we added in a different scale on how to see who the winner would be, and that was if we had a little bit more time on Halloween, could it become a 10 out of 10 costume? And so after ranking each other and trying to be unbiased, my friend Gabby won. She did so amazing. She had 9 points, I had 8 points because she came up with stellar costumes. It was just so fun. It took about 30 minutes to an hour together, and it's just such an amazing excuse to hang out with your friend and come up with some really cool costumes. So one last thing that you can do to celebrate Halloween is decorate your room or decorate your space. My go-to Halloween decoration is cutout bats. It might sound super silly, but it's such an easy, fun way to decorate. It takes, no joke, 10-15 minutes. All you need is construction paper, either black or color of your choice. I looked up Google stock images of bats and I just traced and copied them to the best of my ability, and then I cut them out. So basically you're just cutting out little paper bats, and what I like to do is put them up my staircase so it looks like the bats are flying upwards. There's also other ways to decorate. You can easily go to a store or just the dollar store and pick up some cheap things to put around your space. Decorating is going to make it feel like it is Halloween, like it is this fun season. Because when you're stuck at home, you want those little reminders that this is a holiday, this is something I can do that is enjoyable. So those are 8 ways you can celebrate Halloween at home. I hope that they were helpful, and if you do any of them, please let me know in the comments section. I hope you have an amazing spooky season in Halloween. Please subscribe for some more amazing content. Thank you!